What's going on, everybody? I'm back doing another video about Black Lives Matter and Police Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter. Who knows? Let me go further in depth about and elaborate more what I was trying to say before in the last video. Black lives do matter, of course. So does police lives matter. The fact of the matter is, like I said, I have never seen one person or heard of one person saying that your lives don't matter. That's the point. 2015 was the safest year for cops. Um, Especially Blue Lives Matter likes to pan the idea or selling their T-shirts. You can think it's a joke between firefighters and cops, but really, I think it's just my opinion that people, love firefighters more than cops. Um, if you want to call yourself a hero, I don't care if you're a cop. Like I said, a real cop, a real firefighter, a real somebody in the military, those people would not consider themselves to be a hero. They just do the job. If you're in it to be called a hero and you want respect, I don't know what else to tell you other than the fact that you're nothing but an attention seeking glory hound. I'm sick and tired of asking the public to respect you know all firefighters. If the public chooses to respect firefighters on their own accord, that's fine. If they don't, oh well. That's their choice. Just as much as my choice to not support the Blue Lives Matter, the Black Lives Matter. Though I'm not going to say that your lives don't matter. They do. They matter to me. But I'll go more into depth into that here in a couple minutes. And also, respect is earned. It's not given. A hero is when somebody who has the courage and the bravery in the face of danger to do what's right, to save life, or do something heroic. That is what a real hero is. I think the word hero is so oftenly misused in today's society. I honestly believe that. But moving on with number one, and why I think what's wrong with Black Lives Matter and Blue Police Lives Matter. Number one, it pits a strong and perhaps a hateful message indicating that police lives versus black lives, suggesting that we must pick sides. To you, whoever's watching this, I am a firm believer that you have the freedom of choice to support gays' rights. And if you want to if you want to follow feminism, go right ahead. That's another group I dislike with a passion or movement. You have the freedom of speech to buy guns. You have the freedom. The freedom to the right to bear arms. Sorry, I should have said that correctly, but whatever. Again, you have the freedom to buy, own, and bear arms. You have the freedom of speech. You also have the freedom to buy whatever you want. That is, of course, if it's not against the law. So yeah, number one, I think Blue Lives Matter and Black Lives Matter pits a strong and perhaps a hateful message indicating that police lives versus black lives, suggesting that we must pick sides. Again, you're free to do whatever you please and support whoever you want. Number two, both movements expect their whims to be catered to. I think I don't really need to explain that because I was in depth with that in the last video. Like some cops, they demand respect, and some people in the black community or African American community expects to have free tuition in college. Um, expects to have a free Big Mac at McDonald's. A cop expects to have a free donut or whatever. Who knows? Number three, and this is probably going to hurt those of you in Black Lives Matter or Police Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter's hurt feelings by me saying this. I personally think that some of you guys, or most of you guys in Black Lives Matters and girls in Black Lives Matters and Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, you guys are nothing but a bunch of loudmouth armchair quarterbacks. Number four, in so many ways, they both present a straw man fallacy. Going back to what I said about 2015 being the safest year for cops. Okay. I'm not discounting, I'm not saying that law enforcement is a dangerous job. I'm not saying that whatsoever. But they're saying it's the safest, 2015 was the safest year. Number five, both groups have their fair share of bad apples filled with hatred in their hearts within a few bad apples. Well, within the few. Number six, and I hate to burst your bubble, there is no war on blacks and there is no war on cops. I've got to be the elephant in the room. But ever since Obama was reelected as president back in 2012, I've noticed he doesn't care about white people. But he caters to black people's needs and wants. That's just my honest opinion. Number seven, mindless sheep who blindly follow misguided ignorance. Number eight, as I said before, freedom of choice, the freedom to support whoever you want or not. Think for yourself. Like I said in my last video, think for yourself, march to the beat of your own drum if you have to. Number nine, and this is where it gets interesting. Those of you in Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter, take some notes. You might learn something. All lives matter. Except if you're a rapist or a murderer or a terrorist, your life doesn't matter to me. But if you're not a rapist and if you're not a murderer, if you're not a terrorist, you're good. All lives matter. I posted a picture last year in 2015 of a group of firefighters. I think it was 4 or 6, probably 4 to 6 firefighters. On the signs it says, Black Lives Matter, but with the, a slash between, on the Black Lives Matter, but it said all lives matter, and it said wake up America. You guys desperately need to wake up. Why you guys argue the West, the Midwest, and Western United States is in need of wildland firefighters. Not to mention, Fort McMurray was ravaged by a firestorm. And of course, there was a shooting in Orlando. And they're also thinking about disarm the hate. That's the hashtag now these days. To draft a, gun control law. Do I agree with them? No. And to be quite honest, those of you who ignorantly say that there is no background checks if you're going to buy a gun or are buying a gun, that's bullcrap. Everybody has to go through background checks in order to own a gun. That's the process as follows. So, all lives matter. And, I was blocked by Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter. You know what? That proves to me that you're a bunch of pansies. You're a bunch of cowards. You don't like you don't like facing the problem head on. How do you expect to learn from other people who have opposing opinions? Yet you're going to sit there and act like you're all holier than thou and you expect me to cater to your every whim and you expect me to just take it. No, I'm going to make a video about it. Whether you feel embarrassed with this video or whether you feel humbled, I don't care. Just like any ordinary person, I'm freely expressing my freedom of speech. Like I said, opinions don't really matter, so but you guys are presenting straw man fallacies. You guys are pitting this whole idea that you're either with us or you're against us. I don't agree with that bullcrap. Every individual person is free to do whatever he or she pleases. Of course, if he or she abides by the law at hand. If he or she wants to go to, Taco Bell, go right ahead. If she or she supports if he or she wants to support autism, go right ahead. But don't stick your noses down people's throats or force your opinions down people's throats and demand them to support them, which is exactly what Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives is doing. So to the Black Lives Matter. If you want respect so much, you're going to have to earn it. Maybe if you didn't break the law and didn't, do black on black crime, you would be treated seriously. And to the police out there, first off, the good police, you're out of this. You're doing a heck of a job. Do what you're doing. But I'm going to be as sincerely as possible. Alright? Those of you in Blue Lives Matter claim that, yeah, there's some bad apples. Okay, then do something about it. Clean the streets, clean house. Get rid of the bad apples. Get rid of them fast. That's what's hurting the police force. Because of those few bad or some bad apples. I'm not going to sit here and say and generalize that all police are, jerks. All police are murderers. I mean, yeah, I'll be pissed off if some police officer shot my own dog. Yeah, I'd be pissed off. I'd be livid. And those in the police, the bad police officers, seen videos on YouTube of one of a guy saying God bless to the cop, and the cop decides to be all this, I'm a tough guy, machismo, I'm better than you, I'll put you in a jail, all that, as an arrogant and egotistical cop. No, don't do that crap. Maybe if you actually give respect to the public, do what you were supposed to do, what you promised to do when you swore an oath to uphold the Constitution of the United States, also to protect and serve the public. That's what you're there for. That's why you're a cop. Serve the public. Don't act like some kind of guy who's going to be like, I demand that you give me your license and registration, please. Oh, you got a gun? Let me see your ID. Now, I'm going to take away your guns. Nah, that's not going to fly. I think I said enough about this whole Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter. Me personally, I don't support either one. I'm going to say that all lives matter. You know what? Then again, I could say firefighters' lives matters too. Of course, Black Lives Matter and Blue Lives Matter wasn't there to support a firefighter who died on the line of duty, his family or her family, or the rest of the fire service in general. You guys weren't there to support us, and you expect me to go by this whole saying "back the blue" hashtag or hashtag back the blue? No, you show me support, I show you support. You show me support. See how that goes? Let me say it again. I show you support, you show me support. I show you support, you show me support, so on, so on. And I think I said that twice already, or maybe whatever. But you get the idea. Again, you show me support, I show you support. I show you support, you show me support in return. Now, what do you have to say about that? Black Lives Matter and Police Lives Matter, Blue Lives Matter, whatever you want to call yourselves? Because you're pitting this idea, it's police lives versus black lives, and we must choose a side, and you're demanding us to back the blue, whatever, back the Black Lives Matter and all that kind of stuff. But you know what? You guys are nothing but a bunch of drama queens, as somebody would say. I'm not saying his name or username because he's been terminated. So yeah, y'all have a good one. Bye.